Well, we had so much fun in Chichen Itza, this time we decided to go to the ancient pre-Columbian Mayan city of Tulum. Tulum is the site of the Mayan ruins, walled city called Zama, meaning City of Dawn, because it faces the sunrise, which served as a major port for Coba in the Mexican state of Quintana Roo. Tulum is also the Yucatán Mayan word for fence, wall, or trench. The ruins are high above the cliffs along the east coast of the Yucatán Peninsula. The site was protected by a 3 to 5 meter high wall that was 26 feet thick, running parallel to the sea. On the southwest and northwest corners, there are small structures that have been identified as watchtowers, and it showed how well defended the city was. There are 5 narrow gateways in the wall, in which 2 of each on the north side and south side, and 1 on the west. Near the north side of the wall is a small cenote. I didn't get to jump in, but it provided the city with fresh water. The wall is very impressive, and it makes Tulum one of the most well-known fortified sites of the Maya. Tulum was one of the last cities built and inhabited by the Maya. It was at its height between the 13th and 15th centuries and managed to survive about 70 years after the Spanish began occupying Mexico, but was abandoned by the end of the 16th century. The wall surrounding the site also allowed the fort to be defended against invasions. Tulum had access to both land and sea trade routes, making it a very important trade hub. Both coastal and land routes converged at Tulum. Several artifacts found in and near the site shows contact with areas all over central Mexico and Central America. Copper artifacts from the Mexican highlands have been found near the site, as have been flint artifacts, ceramics, incense burners, and gold objects from all over the Yucatan. Salt and textiles were among some of the goods brought by traders to Tulum by sea that would be dispersed inland. Numerous murals show, and other works around the site, Tulum appears to have been an important site for the worship of the diving or descending god. Tulum was first mentioned by Juan Diaz, a member of the Spanish expedition of 1518. The first Europeans to spot Tulum, but the first detailed descriptions of the ruin was published by John Lloyd Stephens and Frederick Catherwood in 1843. They made accurate maps of the site's wall, and Catherwood made sketches of the Castillo and several other buildings. The architecture of Tulum is typical of Mayan sites on the east coast of Yucatán Peninsula, resembling what we could find nearby in Chichen Itza, just on a smaller scale. There are 3 major structures of interest at Tulum architectural site: El Castillo, the Temple of the Frescos, and the Temple of Descending God. Temple of the Frescos is one of the most admired structures of the site. With its lower gallery and a smaller second-story gallery, it was used as an observatory for tracking the movements of the sun. Niched figures of the Maya diving god or Venus deity decorates the facade of the temple. A mural can be seen on the eastern wall that resembles that of a style that originated in highland Mexico, called Mixteca Pueblo style. Through visitors are no longer permitted to enter, which sucks. The Temple of the Descending God is another of the most notable structures on the site, so named for the sculpture of the diving god above the entryway. He has his wings, a headdress, and holds an object in his hands. There are other depictions of the deity on the structure. It consists of a single room with a door to the west and a narrow staircase that was built on top of another temple that served as its base. The site also features a central pyramid. The 25 feet tall structure is called the Castillo and was built on a previous building. The interior lintels in the upper rooms have serpent motifs carved into them, and a small shrine appears to have been used as a beacon for incoming canoes. The Castillo was essentially a Mesoamerican lighthouse. The Tulum architectural site is relatively compact compared to many other Maya sites in the vicinity, and is one of the best preserved coastal Maya sites. Its proximity to the modern tourism developments along the Mexican Caribbean coastline and its short distance from Cancun and the surrounding Riviera Maya has been a very popular Maya tourist site in the Yucatán Peninsula. Daily tour buses bring a constant stream of visitors to the site. I can attest there were many people there, and once again, it gets very hot. The Tulum ruins are the third most visited architectural site in Mexico, receiving over 2.2 million visitors in 2017. However, the impact of tourism of Tulum is subject of growing controversy. While the Tulum beach is a protected site for sea turtles, the architectural site is home to an abundant iguana population. Watch your step, look down, make sure you don't step on them because there are many around. Also, make sure you watch out for scams. We fell for it, but we still had a great time. Well, that's another episode of Truth Travelers. We hope you had a great visit through our eyes. Please tell us your experience of Tulum. And also, once again, we'd love to hear from you and say where you think Truth Travelers should go next. Well, I'm Tony Sweet for Truth Travelers. Take care and happy mysterious traveling.